How's it going once again, YouTube? Basically making a update video on the EMEO SNES Edge joystick for the SNES Classic. Basically just showing off all the modifications that I made onto it. Of course, first thing you notice, swapped out all the buttons and swapped out all the pieces on, well, most of the pieces to the joystick. It is a good joystick. It is Sanwa. Made from quality parts. In my opinion, I think it's quality. It's good stuff. Basically, first thing I did, of course, was swap out the buttons. I swapped out from these terrible, chintzy buttons. That's like, ugh, crunchy, nasty feeling, to these really, really nice Saimitsu buttons. They are 24 millimeter. Some people don't prefer that size, but that's the size that you get on this joystick. A whole lot better. Nice arcade feel. Really, really good. That was the first modification I did. Second one was, of course, to the joystick itself. Put a new ball rather than the black ball that comes with it. I put basically better dust cover and a cover for the joystick pole. And then from there, not only did I, well, in order to get these buttons in, I had to do a couple of modifications in the back, a couple of tweaks in order to get it going. The other modification I did was added weight. So I added some, basically, nuts into there, hot glued them into there, all nice in place. It took maybe about an hour in order to do this. So I had to put the case on and off, make sure everything was lined up, make sure it wasn't touching any of the contacts inside. But I think I did a good job adding weight to it. From there, going back to the joystick itself, there it is. This is an actual Sanwa joystick that they are using, so it's good quality stuff right here. So I can get that to focus on. There you go. Yeah, it says Sanwa onto it. The first thing I did was swap out the restrictor gate and the actuator. If you're not familiar with what the restrictor gate is, let me set that down just like that. Restrictor gate is basically the guy that the actuator moves on. So this is the original. It comes with the square. I put an octagonal one into there. So it basically actuates the buttons a bit more precisely, in my opinion. Some people may not like that. Some people like the octagonal. You know, I'm just octagonal. The other thing would be the actuator. And that's that black thing right in the middle. And what it does is it pushes those buttons. The oversized one will basically drop your dead zone within the joystick. And this is the original, so it's a bit more tapered. The new one comes out a bit more, so it rides on those buttons a little bit easier. And then for the buttons, I had to basically unscrew these two screws over here, so it gives you enough gap for the buttons to basically go in, especially on the top part and the bottom part. Now the other thing with the buttons, I had to bend the pins over in order to get them to sit right and to close the bottom of the case, so you can actually see I bent all the pins onto it. But other than that, pretty much went well together. Works perfect. I am satisfied with this mod. Oh, the other thing that I did, which it's honestly a godsend, I put a little bit of hot glue on these little ends right over here, mainly because this whole plastic piece will come out, and it just gets frustrating whenever you're opening and closing it so many times. Just a little dab of hot glue to keep that plastic piece in there definitely would help out. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and close this back up for good. Completely done with this modification and start enjoying it. But other than that, if y'all need anything, y'all have any questions about the mods, let me know in the comments below. Oh, and I will be putting all the items I bought on the comments, or on the comments, and the information below the video, so you can basically purchase them yourself and things like that. But again, let me know.